Welcome everybody, and welcome to session number 5, getting started with subscription-based services provisioning. Our objectives for this class is to understand plans objects, understanding gateway objects, and understanding owner users object. So to get started, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. We first have to create a plan, then we create a gateway, and we attach an owner to the gateway. Plans. What are plans? They are objects in the SMP database. They are templates of services and/or settings, configurations. Turns the SMP into a service subscription manager by configuring the subscription expiration period for a plan. For example, a plan can include the software updates service and the web filtering service for 12 months. Also, a plan can contain a security policy settings like vStream antivirus scanning policy and other profile-based configurations. Concept of service center-based plans is similar to those offered by cellular ISP or cable TV services companies. Different sets of services to different customers in different quotes. Plans are assigned to gateway objects in the SMP database. Initially, all gateway objects inherit all settings and services from the plan they are assigned to. In this case, we say that a gateway is locked to a plan. To achieve the subscription plan, a safe office gateway connects to a service center. Plans are a good way to assign common settings and services to a large group of gateways. We can treat them as sort of a profile. So how do we design a plan? Scenario 1. According to subscription and service package management. Plans can present different subscription packages. Each package contains a different set of services with a different price tag. Example, bronze, gold, or platinum plans. In scenario 2, quick deployment of initial shared configuration. We can use plan to centrally enforce initial settings on all gateways or a large group of gateways. We can save time and unnecessary work. An example for that is to enforce default vStream AV scanning policy or a default network configuration. In scenario 3, managing shared services and settings for a large business. We can use plans to enforce common settings on large-scale businesses deployment. We save time and unnecessary work by changing common similar settings in plans rather than per gateway object. For example, all branch offices of the same business should have the same firewall and web filtering policy. So how do we configure the plan? To configure plan, we click on Main, the plan page, and then a rule of thumb is to keep the number of plans as little as possible for better manageability. Gateways. What are gateway objects? Gateway objects present the following: embedded NGX gateways managed by your SMP, externally managed gateways, and cloud service objects. In any case, gateways must be represented in the database in order to provide them subscription-based services. Gateway objects in the database are assigned with the following parameters: plans, services, and subscription information. Gateway name, also called gateway ID, and registration key. Credentials that enable the gateway to connect to a service center. MAC address and static IP address if assigned. Settings that should be applied to a selected gateway. And the gateway owner information. Some concepts of working with gateway objects. Every managed gateway at customer premise must have a corresponding object in the MSP database. Initially, gateway objects inherit their settings from plans. We say that the gateway object is locked to a plan. In order to configure individual gateway object settings, it must be unlocked from plan. Gateway installed at customer premise connects to the service center and authenticate using gateway name and registration key. Gateways can then fetch settings available for them in the SMP database. Managing gateway objects. So how do we create a gateway object from main and the gateway page? Gateway status on the service center can be viewed from the status node of the gateway object, as we see here. Owners. What are gateway owners? Gateway owners are a unique type of user object in the SMP database. The owner is an attribute of the gateway object. Owners have a list of gateways they own in the database. Each gateway object can have only a single owner. The owner is considered as the contact person at the customer's end. It receives security reports by email, it receives vulnerability reports by email, and receives users and gateway notification by email. When configuring user authentication, gateway owners in the database can be assigned with separate administrator permissions. We'll discuss this in user authentication module. So in order to configure gateway owners, we add gateway owners in the owner node of the gateway object as we see here. This concludes session number 5. Please take the time and complete labs 1 through 4 on book number 3. And please join us for our next session, number 6, called Remote Management. Thank you.